Another way to create a poster layout is to use the Shape tool and Clipping Mask feature to create a design on top of an image. Clipping masks allow you to define a mask in one or more layers with the shape of another layer. In the following lesson, we're going to use the Rectangle tool in order to mask out the image and the text to create the following poster layout. For this lesson, we're going to use data file clippingmask.psd. The first thing that we want to do is duplicate the background layer. So let's go to the Layers panel, then right-click on the background layer, and select Duplicate Layer. Go ahead and hit the OK button. Let's turn our Tools panel into a double column by clicking on the double-headed arrow on the top left-hand corner of the Tools panel. Afterwards, right-click on the Shape tool. Then select the Rectangle tool. Let's draw our first rectangular shape. Click and drag to create your first rectangle. Select the Shape 1 layer and drag it to the new layer icon located on the bottom of the Layers panel. This is another way to duplicate a layer. Afterwards, select the Move tool. With the Shape 1 copy layer selected, click on the rectangular shape on the canvas. The next thing we're going to do is separate the two rectangles, but keep them side by side. So you want to hold down the Shift key, then drag the rectangle to the right. We're going to repeat the same steps. Click on the Shape 1 copy layer and drag it to the new layer icon located on the bottom of the Layers panel. Then, with Shape 1 Copy 2 layer selected, click on the rectangular shape, and while holding down your Shift key, drag it over to the right. Let's repeat that one more time. Click on the Shape 1 Copy 2 layer. Duplicate it by dragging it to the new layer icon. Then with that layer selected, click on the rectangular shape. Then while holding down the Shift key, move it over to the right. The rectangles that we're going to be using for our clipping mask are evenly distributed, but they all need to be moved over to the right. So using your mouse, let's go to the Layers panel, hold down the Shift key, then click on the Shape 1 layer. Now with all 4 shape layers selected, drag the 4 rectangles over to the right. Now back in the Tools panel, let's go back and select the Rectangle tool. We want to draw a rectangle to cover up the text on the poster. So go ahead and drag a rectangular shape just big enough to cover the text. Then go back to the Tools panel and select the Move tool. In the next step, we want to merge all of the shape layers together. So while holding down your Shift key, click on the Shape 1 layer. Then right-click on any of the layers and select Merge Layers. Now we're almost ready to apply the clipping mask. But before we do, select the background layer. Then go to the Edit menu. Select Fill. And in the Fill dialog box, use the color white. Afterwards, select the OK button. Now in order to apply the clipping mask, the layers have to be in the correct order. So what we're going to do is select the background copy layer and drag it above the Shape 2 layer. Then right-click on the background copy layer and select Create Clipping Mask.